Are most corporate jobs just doing a little work, networking, then just kinda sitting around? Just remember, you get paid for what you can do when they need you to do it, not for what you are actually doing. If they need a body to be there when something comes in, you're paid to be there. Enjoy the light days. It's not always that way. Yes, when I worked in IT, there were times I just answered emails. But then an emergency would come up that I'd have to troubleshoot, and it would be an intense problem, solving for multiple hours or days. I was paid the big bucks to keep things in order so I could anticipate these firefighting needs. Shh, don't tell anyone. I had a lot of free time early on in my career. 10 years on, and I'm prioritizing what absolutely needs to be done, what can be done later, and what's just never going to get done. Enjoy the free time whilst you have it. I was a teacher for a few years. Very busy job. I was an auto insurance claims adjuster for a couple years. Very busy job. My current job and hopefully my life career can be busy for sure. But I'd say 70% of days I actually have no more than 34 hours of actual effort, work a day in whatever form. I work in a semi-manufacturing, machining building, but in a role that is mostly admin but takes me all over sometimes. Half of my job is basically just looking like I'm busy. Are you feeling the existential dread yet? Y'all hiring? Dude, they own your time for 8 a day. That has never meant they can keep you busy for all that time. Relax, enjoy the job. One day it will be gone and then the pain will start. Oh, during this time you should learn more about programming, first aid, or a hobby. For the people with good jobs, yes. For those at the bottom, it's non-stop work for less money. You're in your early 20s. You don't have many tasks because you don't have many skills or much knowledge. In 510 years you'll either be useful and so busy and paid a lot more, or still useless and let go. Just keep focused on doing a good job and aim to increase workload with a pay increase. I would use this opportunity to get more. But enjoy the time now, because after few years within corporate setting the workload will be heavier. As a meteorologist I got paid $80K plus to write a 15-minute forecast and then play games in my laptop for 7 hours. Granted, I did more on adverse weather days, but in Colorado it's mostly shine. It varies greatly. Some people have roles in organizations where they only have to do a little. That is not my situation. Many days are completely full, start to finish. I actually stand around. Thank you. Stand and point and shake hands and answer my phone. Then I go home. I work in the logistics industry. 3 years. Where there's a lot of waiting for vessels to arrive and overseas offices to wake up. I can confirm some days are just replying to emails in the morning only to have nothing to do for the rest of the day. I usually try get ahead on incoming shipments or just watch gameplay on YouTube or browse socials, Reddit, Imgur, Insta, etc. The networking aspect is usually done by the sales guy. However, once a year around Christmas we hand out little goodies to our clients where I get to tag along.
Yes.
Depends upon the industry and what can be automated. I've heard of IT jobs where processes can be automated, so they run a script to do their job, and they just monitor it, or at the very least it does some of the task and then they need to jump into do the other 50%. My white-collar job is cyclical. We have busy and quiet periods. July-December we're usually quite busy and there's usually something to get on with, whereas the first few months of the year are reasonably quiet and then ramps up. Those quieter periods we do training, take annual leave, etc. But yes, you could say that occasionally we do sit around. I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing though. You're still being paid the same, so why would you want to be busy, stressed all day every day? By all means. If you're career driven, you can certainly find ways to be busy constantly, but that's a different attitude. Myself, I relish my quiet periods when I can get them because I know my busy period is right around the corner. I used to think that'd be awesome. But after 20 years in the food service industry, I think it'd drive me nuts. At my job, there's always work to do. Some days are slower than others, but I can usually find something to occupy my time. On the rare occasion when there's nothing to do, I'm practically climbing the walls out of boredom. On the flip side, I'm so exhausted by the end of the week that I have zero energy to do anything on my days off. Yes, this is normal. I only work 20 of the 40 hours I am paid for. We are lucky.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.